Hey, what's up, guys? We're gonna get into this new video of new cards. Pretty cool. So, I don't even remember the last time I uploaded, but I missed a few days. But basically, we're gonna be looking at some new cards for Celsius that I've made. And is that really it? I guess that's really it. But yeah. So, oh yeah, I also thought of something new to the rules I was going to add, but this will take like a second. So, before we get into these new cards, I was adding, or I'm going to be adding this. I'm definitely going to be doing something about this. But so the way guarding works in Sail of the Seas, I'm going to be keeping it. But basically, instead of like you having to have the creature on your ship in order to guard other ones, you're going to be able to summon the creatures from your treasury straight away, even during your opponent's turn, to guard other creatures. It's going to be called guarding from treasury. So, basically, instead of just like placing them and having them, you could just place them at any time so they can come in. Of course, if you do that, though, the effect won't activate unless it says, guard from treasury. But yeah, basically I'm adding that because it allows for your main creatures and everything to stay alive more easily because you can guard them easier. Because of the harpoon mechanic, if you place one creature card, like no matter what it is, if you just place a creature card, you can't attack that turn. So, kind of gets in the way of it. And, I could probably just change that rule, but I don't want to. I want to keep it how that is, so I'm going to be adding that guarding from treasury. So, anyway, with that being said, let's get into the cards! So, first card, I actually already... Is that thunder? I don't understand what that is. There's some big booms outside. I can't tell if it's thunder. I don't know if you heard that. But anyway, so I actually already showed this card before, so I'm not really going to get too into it. But this is Carlos Bonrufen. Pretty cool. He has 70 power, 40 guard, 40 defense, which he's probably going to be changing some of those. But I still have not fixed his ability, but basically every time he is discarded, he discards himself. So, yeah, pretty bruh ability, like I said the last video, but it contributes to a huge skeletal creature if he kills himself, which he does, and it's insane. So, actually, speaking of skeletal stuff, I have a lot of skeletal cards to show, because actually there's a lot more new cards here. There's actually like a lot. There's a lot of new cards. So, yeah, so I'm going to be showing some skeletal stuff, and I actually have the whole entire skeletal archetype, well, skeletal C, actually the entire C, all 12 cards to the skeletal, finished. So, well, when it goes to art, when it goes to stats, I'm still working on a little bit, but yeah. So the next card here, we have Patrick's the Star, Deadly Cousin. This is Whole Star, and it's obviously a skeletal, like I just said. It's a 1 gold creature. Again, these don't have the digital stats. These are just like the arts. But anyway, so it has 0 power, 30 defense, and 40 guard. So its guard is pretty well for a 1 gold creature. And its ability is pretty good. So what it says right here is a little wrong. But basically, if there's 2 copies of Whole Star in your discard, you can choose to destroy 1 card from your ship or treasury, and if you do that, then this deals 10 damage to your opponent's ship. So, pretty interesting ability. So basically, if we had Carlos Bonrufen on the ship, right, and then you use the Whole Star friend, then if you use Whole Star friend to guard, and he's dead, and then you do another one later on, you place a second Whole Star friend, and friend dies. There's 2 Whole Stars in your discard, and you can choose to discard 1 creature from your ship or treasury. So let's say you're like, Carlos, peace, and Carlos dies from that. That would act as a discard from your own card effect, which means that the big thickum skeletal creature, because it's not actually a skeleton, skeletal creature, the main big guy of like the entire sea, that would make him stronger. That would contribute to his ability. And that would also deal 10 damage to your opponent's ship. But technically 20 because it's 2 Whole Stars doing it. So technically that's 20 damage to your opponent's ship. Oh, wrong card. So, Whole Star is good for that. It's a pretty good guard in skeletal decks with the big skeletal guy named Arklor, and that's why it has this ability. So it's a pretty cool card. It's pretty good, pretty good. When it goes to the art, I think I could have done a little bit better, but it's not too bad. I like it. Pretty cool card. This next one I actually like a lot more, though. Definitely some gore happening here, but this is the Dead Man's Cutlass. So as you could tell, the guy's dead, and so it adds 30 power to the equipped creature. It doesn't do anything else, like doesn't add defense or guards, so I just didn't even put them. And that's what I forgot to say. But hang on, before we continue, this is the 61st card made in the set 1. This is the 63rd card in set 1, and this is the 64th card in set 1. So it's made like right after. But anyway, so if equipped creature is killed before your next turn, do 20 damage to your opponent's ship. So I don't know if I'm going to be changing that ability because it's like kind of bruh, because if the creature survives, then you don't do any damage. But then again, that's also kind of a good thing because your opponent wouldn't want to kill that creature, so you don't. So this ability doesn't activate, meaning it stays alive for one more turn. So it's not that bad. It also costs 2 aura. So it's a pretty cool card. I mean, it goes to art. I think it looks pretty cool. You got a lot of bones, a lot of skeletons, well, skulls. Holy non-focus. You can't see a thing. I can't even see the card at all. I can't even see it. Alright, here it is. No, it was actually completely fine, but a lot of blood and all that good stuff. But yeah, definitely a cool card. I would say this is actually one of the better looking cards. I think it's just because like it's like very dark, and then there's a lot of like brighter things that pop out, which makes it look very good. But yeah, so Dead Man's Cutlass is a good, cheap equip that is actually pretty good, and it doesn't have to be used on skeletal cards to be good. So, you know, I don't think I ever showed this one, but this one I made a little bit earlier. Also, that's the 64th card made, but this is the 62nd card made in the set, so it's right after Cutlass, and this is the Messenger Parrot. So this card had lots of changes when it goes to its ability. Its ability used to make you look at your opponent's treasury, and then it used to do something about guarding a creature from the same sea, but now its ability is different. So, before we get into the ability, it has 40 power, 10 defense, so, you know, this thing is 100 million thousand health with that 10 defense, and it has 40 guard. It's also a 1 gold creature. So actually that 40 guard is pretty good, and also the 40 power isn't too bad either. But his ability is that if this is brought back from the discard, from a card effect, you get 1 aura, so plus 1 aura. Which is actually very good if you combine him with this next guy, which I'm going to show because I already showed him on this channel before. But this is the Skeletal Captain. He's not a new card. He's literally the 6th card made, so he's very early. But he had a stat change and all that stuff. His stats, his ability totally changed. But him and Le Messenger Parrot are a very good combo because I can't breathe. He has 100 power, 90 defense, 60 guard, but his ability is bring back one gold creature from the discard if there are 3 or more creatures on your ship. So if you bring back Le Messenger Parrot, then you get 1 aura, which is actually very good in the skeletal deck because you do need a bit of aura for a card called the Shade Beacon. Especially if you want to use the Dead Man's Cutlass, then you're going to need some aura. So Messenger Parrot is good for that, and the Skeletal Captain allows you to activate his ability and everything. I don't really know if it's like super good or not, though. I haven't really tested it like enough, but I think it's pretty good. It's not too bad, not too bad. And then, of course, the Skeletal Captain's an absolute beast. Such a cool guy. He is absolutely amazing. He has, I already told the stats and everything, but yeah, he, I would say he got buffed. I would say he got a big buff. But anyway, so we're going to be moving on to this next card before we get on to remakes, because I have remade some cards. So this guy, wow, actually, this looks a lot cooler than I thought it did. So this is definitely, I would say, one of the cooler cards in the set. But this is Flamer, which actually, I forgot to bring him. But, pretty funny story. This is the remake of that really old card named Flamer from Match Bowers. I don't remember which Match Bowers he was in, though. I think he was in this Match Bowers. This one right here. You know, the Match Bowers that we all know. But I'm pretty sure he was in another one. I'm pretty sure he was in other games, too. Flamer. But anyway, here he is in Sail the Seas. He's actually a skeleton now. He used to have like a mask and everything, but now it's just like a skeleton wearing a suit. He has the big tank in the back, and the gun looks the same. You got the blue flame, but then the fire all around him. Holy moly, pretty cool. All that flame doll, and then he's a he's a skeletal creature. Obviously, he's a 3 gold, so he costs 3 gold. So he's a little chunky, and he has 70 power, 80 defense, and 20 guards. So you definitely don't want to be using this guy for guard. But 70 power, 80 defense. It's kind of weak for a 3 gold creature because his ability is actually amazing. It is, I've never tested Flamer yet, but I don't know if I'm going to be changing it. I don't want to change his ability, but again, I don't know if he's overpowered or not. But this can attack 2 enemy creatures at once. So, he's pretty insane. Which, you know, that's actually, like, insane. Because they have big man, then Flamer, when he attacks, he'll hit both of them. So, first of all, he's killing this on his own. And if you team attack with him, like let's say you have a Carlos Bone Refane, if he attacks a Skeletal Captain and Flamer attacks, then it's going to be 140 to him, and it's going to be 70 to him. So he's going to be dead. He's dead. And then that guy, either if you guard him or not, is going to die. So, and I mean, that's insane, killing like multiple creatures just with like a single attack, especially since if you have like 2 flamers, then that's like 140 to 2 creatures just from the 2 cards. But yeah, Flamer being able to attack twice is insane. It might not be absolutely insane, but as we get more into more sets and there's more cards added, there's probably going to be a way where you can repeat this multiple times in a turn, maybe, and Flamer will probably become an unbeatable force. So I don't know, he's definitely a scary card. I would say he's also probably one of the best looking cards. I think if you look at all of them, a lot of them stand out. Skeletal Captain I think looks great, but I'd say the Flamer stands out with that flame. But anyway, let's get out to the remakes, because the remakes are pretty good. So first, I saw Le Jog Le Rogue. So, we have a new Jog Le Rogue, and here is Le New Jog Le Rogue. So, pretty cool. My opinion, I like him better. I like this one better. But, no, never mind, I do like this one better. I was gonna say something about, like, oh, this one's better, but no, this one's honestly better. I don't know if he's better in every way. I gave him the same pose. I love the pose for him, so I just kept him like that. Here, let's take this guy out of the sleeve because, you know, he's not any more special. So, yeah, there it is. And he's actually, he's crazy. He's a crazy card. Crazy boy. Crazy guy. So, Jorg Le Rogue, George the Rogue, in case you're wondering. His real name, I keep on saying Jorg. He's a 3 gold creature from the Shadow Seas. Not a skeletal. He's from the Shadow Sea. Actually, every card I'm going to be showing is from the Shadow Sea. I have another one I want to show. Anyway, so he has 100 power, 80 defense, and 70 guard. And he's the 65th card made, and before I read his ability, this is the 66th card made. So Flamer was made right after him. Anyway, back to his ability. His ability is that the first creature this attacks loses minus 20 defense for each turn for like the rest of the game. So, in a way, George the Rogue is basically an insta-kill. If he hits that creature, they're technically going to die. Instantly. Not instantly. Actually, no, that's like the opposite. But they are going to die. Because I don't think there's no like big creature here. But basically, I guess Skeletal Captain's the biggest one. So if he attacked Skeletal Captain, who's the first creature he attacks, he's going to lose 20 defense each turn continuously forever. Until, like, you know, obviously he dies. Which means, I don't know why I did that demonstration, I didn't even need to do it. Anyway, but that means, oh my god, Lord have mercy, I can't breathe. So, that means if George the Rogue attacks a creature like Beast of the Reef, which has 200 defense, the strongest creature, it's just going to keep on wailing it with that minus 20 defense. It's going to go 180, 160, 140, until it's easier to kill and all that. And then if you don't do anything, Cena will die. It's very slow. Like, it's only 20. So, you know, obviously, you know, the speed of it is not great, which makes it not really that overpowered, but he's in a way, technically an insta-kill card. So, pretty insane. And, comment which one you like better. New one or the old one? Me, personally, new one. But, the old one's is original. Yeah, it's OG, but I honestly don't care. I think the new one looks a lot more better. Anyway, this next remake is so much different. It's not like just like a new, oh, look at my art improvement. It's not like that. This one is actually a complete remake, and it's even from the same game. It's not like from Match Power. So this is the old Yarrig, the Hex Paladin, and his design, like, yeah, he's a cool looking knight, but I never really liked him. Like, I just never really liked it, so I remade him, and this is the remake compared to the old one. So he's the same. His stats are a little bit weaker because this one was overpowered. But, yeah, so he's the 11th card made. I kept the 11 because, you know, that's the card number he was. I was gonna mess it all up. Technically, this is like the 67th card I made because I remade this after George, but I'm not gonna say that. Anyway, so he's a Shadow Sea Yarrig, the Hex Paladin. He costs 6 gold, and he can have 2 equips, which is actually amazing because every card can only have 1, but he can have 2, which is absolutely insane. And he has 140 power, 170 defense, and 120 guards. So I nerfed his stats because with 2 equips, you can give him a power gaining equip and then a defense gaining equip, making him, like, incredibly strong. But also another thing is that if you have 2 equips, both of their abilities can fuse together, which can make, like, really, really powerful combos. So that's also another reason why he's really good. I didn't play test him yet. I actually haven't really play tested many, actually, if not at all, any of the Shadow Sea creatures. But, yes, Yarrig, I'm definitely gonna have to test, because he's an interesting card. But when it goes to the redesign, I think it's, like, way more better. Because Yarrig is just a Hex Elemental and a suit of armor. It's not an actual person, so because it's not an actual person, you can have any armor you want. So it's just like a big juggernaut. He's like that full diamond guy on the Minecraft servers you have to fight. And the Hex Flame eyes coming out. A little bit of that Hex right there. That Hex Flame sword. The eyes especially, that looks amazing. I think that just looks so much better than the other one. Like, the other one, I don't know, it's just very bland. The colors I don't really think are that well. But this one, I think, looks so much better. So I'm definitely more happy about this Hex Yarrig remake. And then, of course, you know, wait, hold on, I gotta say his name in character. Yarrig the Hex Paladin. Eren Yeager. Anyway, so next card, we have, this one's obviously not finished. I just made this, like, just recently. I just wanted to show it because why not? This is the Sailor's Froster. It's just like an equip that adds some defense, and then if you successfully guard the equipped creature, then you can minus, like, 20 power to an enemy creature. So it's actually pretty good on powerful creatures. This would actually be very good on Yarrig. So, Sailor's Froster on Yarrig. It's like a little sailor's hat, but with, like, ice, like, on it. And you got, like, this is going to be, like, ice. This is going to be ice. You have a sword and some fish hooks. So, 67th card made. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. This video is almost 20 minutes long, and all I did was just show a few cards. That's how absolutely insane I am. So, let's do a little bit of recap. We have a cake. We have Yarrig. And then we have Jorg Le Rogue. Wehan Jorg. Another George. We have the Skeletal Captain, which in lore, his name is Luger. So we have Luger. We have a remake of Flamer, looks so much better. He's in Satan Hell. And then we have Deadman's Cutlass, pretty cool. Captain Sparrow. We have Patrick Starr's cousin named Rodriguez. Then we have Messenger Parrot, super cool. Cracker. And then we have, of course, Carlos Born! Ufane, pretty cool card. Definitely great. And then, of course, we have a sleeve. So, like, comment, subscribe to see more. And that's going to do it for this video.